There's a lot of talk right now about DOGE dividend checks, and I figured you might want to know about it. Welcome to the AlterNate Vantage. My name is Nate. This is where I provide a different perspective on finances, news, and generational wealth. If you like this kind of content, then don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, back to the video. So here's a short and sweet of what's taking place here. So Elon Musk recently indicated the potential interest in a $5,000 stimulus check payout to American taxpayers termed the DOGE dividend check. There's even consideration of a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens. The numbers are incredible. Elon, so many millions, billions, hundreds of billions, and I'm assuming that is all in dollars. So $5,000 as a DOGE dividend check, which is way more than what came out during, for example, the COVID stimulus checks. So let's talk about the implications of this real quick. So I've heard some conversations, seen some rhetoric out there where some people are saying like something like this would be inflationary. Some people are saying that hey, this wouldn't really be inflationary. It's not much or not too different from what we get in terms of tax refunds, even though it's I think on average more than double than what people get for tax refunds. So is inflation even really the concern here if $5,000, was instantly deposited into many people's checking accounts? Some might say yes, some might say no, and I think you could make good arguments in either direction. The conversation I want to talk about, really, when it comes to the potential for these checks, is buying power. When things like this happen, we often look at these things from an individualistic perspective. We say, okay, great, I am going to get $5,000. What am I going to spend that on? Most people, probably, I would say 85% of people are just going to throw that check right down the drain. They're going to get the things they immediately need, and they're going to splurge on the rest for things that they don't need. I think that's a pretty fair prediction. So, 85% of these dollars are just going to be totally wasted. And then you have the 15% that are actually going to be putting it towards something meaningful. Some people are going to invest it. Some might use it to get, real assets like gold and silver. Some might use it to, start generating or creating a business. There's a number of things that they might want to do with that $5,000, and we live in the digital age. $5,000 can go a long way. I've seen plenty of creators out there who have started their multi-million-dollar businesses starting with $1,000. So someone could do that 4 times in a row and fail and be successful on the 5th time and make it. Is that likely? No, because statistics say about 1 in 10 businesses are successful. So you would need $10,000, which brings me to the next idea of stop thinking like an individual and start thinking like the collective. Because if everyone gets an equal amount paid back to them as just an even keel refund, which doesn't make a lot of sense because the taxes that we pay to the government aren't even keel by themselves. So, there's a little bit of a misbalance there if everyone just got a blanket $5,000. I digress, not the point I'm trying to make. If everyone is going to get $5,000, let's just assume that's the case. Well, if we stop thinking like an individual and start thinking like a collective, you can realize that you can very quickly and very easily amass a tremendous amount of buying power. Because if you put 2 of those people together, 5,000, now you have $10,000 in buying power. All right. If you put 5 of those people together, you have $25,000 in buying power. If you put 20 of those people together, you have $100,000 in buying power. If you put 100 people together, you have $500,000 in buying power. Now, that might not seem like a very big deal. Some people it might, some people it won't. Here's the thing to realize. When it comes to your net worth and your net assets, whatever that might be, statistically proven, once you hit $100,000 in net worth, net assets, your net worth from $100,000 onward skyrockets. It goes up tremendously quicker than someone who has less than $100,000 in net worth. And I just told you, in 1 day's time frame, if you brought 20 people together, that 20-person collective could have $100,000 in pure buying power to get cash flowing assets. That could be, just as an example, getting into real estate. You can get access to what's called a debt service coverage ratio loan, which on average has a 20 to 25% down payment. But the great thing about it is that you don't have to have a history of cash flow personally, so long as you can prove the property can produce a cash flow for you. So putting $100,000, right? 20 people came together, 100,000, putting it towards a project like that can very quickly and very easily turn over a multi-unit property, depending on where you're getting it, 5, 8, 10, 15 units, depending on where it is, location, and everything else, to start generating that cash flow. Now you have an asset that you can re-leverage over and over and over again. Just sharing some thoughts here. So I really just want to publish this video, just let everyone know what's going on and the potential of it. This, of course, this whole concept, this whole idea would have to be approved through Congress first, and I do think a bill has already been introduced to talk about, or at least discuss the potential of something like this. So it is rather interesting. But if you want to get other creative ideas about not thinking like an individual and thinking like the collective, then please stay connected to the channel, AlterNate Vantage, like and subscribe. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one.